Hello and welcome to Access Paranormal. My name's Jamie Williams. Joining me in the studio tonight, we have three people. We've got my co-host Jonathan Sullivan.
Hello, Jamie.
My ex-co-host James Anthony.
Hello.
And someone who I never want to be my co-host, Lee Arnold.
Hello, Jamie.
Hello. Sorry, couldn't resist doing that. I'm sorry. So tonight we're going to have a little bit of fun, aren't we? We've got part 2 of the investigation we did with Jamie Lester.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So that should be good because it's the part where the nails get thrown. That should be good, shouldn't it? And James, nice to have you back in the studio. I haven't seen you in here for a while, have we?
Yeah, not been in for a while. I've been busy bee, back at it with work and everything like that, so it's nice to be back joining you.
Plus we locked the door so you couldn't.
You did, yeah. You locked me out, yeah. And I love the fact that the listeners obviously can't see because they can't see what we're doing.
What we've done to you.
But you've put me right by the door, which is open, and then outside there's 2 of them cat balls and also a doll. Which is it a REM doll?
And 2 fire extinguishers.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And that's out there, and I'm right near the door. I'm absolutely So thanks very much. It's nice to be welcomed back with warmth and compassion.
It's not a problem. We do not mind sacrificing you whatsoever.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
And you know this building anyway. You've been coming here for a few years now.
Know it very well.
You know there's nothing scary here.
Well, a few extra fire extinguishers.
slightly debatable that there's nothing scary, but it is. We had a bit of a scare before, you know.
Oh,
because what was? Let me just explain to the listeners anyway. Because what was happening, and I was at the other side of the building, wasn't I? I was just making some memorial things for my mum, and you 3 went down into the cellar without me.
We did,
and after what I heard, what happened, I'm glad I didn't go down with you.
Well, we decided that we would go to the end room.
Yeah.
And we went down to the end room and we turned all the lights off. And Jonathan was calling out and I was calling out. And we heard a few taps.
Yeah.
A few noises. So then we thought we'd move from the end room into the, the little, like the main corridor part.
Yeah.
So we're in there and we're asking out and stuff like that. And Jonathan said, if the shadow person's here, coming towards us. Right? And it was quiet at first, then he asked it again, and then this shadow, the shadow figure that we've seen before.
Yeah, it's quite regular now, that one. That's the unusual thing.
It didn't just come towards him, it shot right at him.
Yeah, right at me.
Yeah.
So needless to say, we left very quick. So it was creepy though. It was really eerie, wasn't it? Yeah. Really eerie. Like,
and do you know the worst thing is?
Lee,
them 2 in front, straight to the stairs, me behind.
No torch.
Yeah.
No torch.
No torch.
So you didn't take your torch with you, Jonathan?
Yeah,
Lee.
I took mine, but I was first one out with the torch.
Yeah.
Oh. And I do apologise to the listeners. I'm just getting over a throat infection. So
not COVID.
Not COVID. Definitely not COVID. I've been tested for that.
I know that.
Yeah, I'm normal. So, don't worry about that.
Don't worry about you.
But, so you 3 went and had a nice little invest without me.
Yeah.
And, thanks for that.
It's all right. It's all right because we're going to take you down.
Yeah.
That's not the point. The point is, this is my
show. Going to leave you there.
See, if you was brave, if you was really brave, what you would do is you would leave us up here and you would go down there on your own.
Yeah.
And then we could ask out and say, go and do this while Jamie's in the end room on his own. And then you could see if you got anything happening to you.
I think that is a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you said, if I was brave. There's not a cat and hell's chance am I going down that cellar on my own. I've done it once, and that's only because I turned the lights off and the switch tripped. The switch, that's right. The switch tripped and I was stuck at the other end of the. That's not going to happen. Sorry, James.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. It's
this
fine.
Is why you're only a guest occasionally.
I'm not pushing you on this one because there's a risk that you might try and get me to do it, and there's no way I'd do it either.
There's more than a risk. Yeah.
You know what though, right? It's funny, isn't it? I think about scares that we've had, but how many times you 2 in particular have frightened me. And the worst one was the other week when I was coming up out the cellar.
You videoed it.
And you videoed it. And the picture, you wouldn't believe it was the worst picture of me you've ever seen. I nearly fell down the stairs. I can't even remember what you did now. And then you got me again before because you deliberately said, "Oh, what's that over there?" And you'd put the doll on the shelf, and then that frightened me as well.
We do take. We've got to say though, we do take our paranormal investigations seriously.
Oh yeah, no, we do absolutely. Yeah.
We just have the fun along the way.
Yeah.
And James is our main subject. We do get Lee. I mean, we've got you a few times, haven't we, Lee? And Jonathan.
Yeah.
But the good thing with James is he whatever comes out of his mouth, he just says, "Yeah,
and I do.
If we've done that live on the radio, all you'd hear is beep, 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 beep.
Everyone would think the radio had gone off because it would just be going beep.
Yeah, from like the 1960s when they used to turn the television.
Oh, the TV,
It's part of the fun of it, though, isn't it?
It is.
Of course.
You've got to.
Yeah.
And you've got to say, Lee, yourself, when we're having fun like this, the atmosphere just goes right up. And
it does.
You get
it's great,
don't you, from it?
When did you become Lee?
I was just agreeing with what you were both saying, that's all.
No, yeah, you're right.
Let me just get the names correct for you, James. That's Jonathan. You're James, and this is Lee. So when I'm talking to Lee, how Lee and James.
Well, you've put me that far away from everyone that I can't see anyone, can I? So.
Well, the mic lead wasn't far enough, so we had to let you come in the room. This is really cool. This is what I like, though. I mean, we're all great friends, really. We just like insulting James. It's usually Lee.
I want to point out to the listeners that the actual length of that XLR lead that's going to this microphone is a 30-metre cable.
Yeah. Well, in that case,
so I'm probably lucky that I'm only 3 metres away, really, because I could have been at the other end of the building.
Well, can I
take your mic into the cellar?
Yeah, we could now put you in the cellar.
You could go down there with it.
No, with a set of headphones on.
Yeah.
A mask or whatever you want to call them, not the COVID masks, the
mask.
blindfold, yeah. And what we could do is bring the walkie-talkies, give you a walkie-talkie, and we could give you the audio stuff with headphones on.
I'm not sweating. I'm just not doing it. Simple as that.
Do you know what? You've got to admit that we've been doing ghost hunting now for over 10 years. 11 years with our group, and about 14 to 15 years technically, and we still get scared, and there's anybody out there who says they don't get scared is fibbing, because we all get scared.
You do.
Even Marie, who is the bravest one of the whole lot of the Ghost Quest group, she still gets nervous occasionally. It's usually when I shout "I'm home." She thinks I thought.
But when she sees your face,
I'm sure I'll look that. Yeah, it's usually about 4 o'clock in the morning when we finish this radio show. But I forgot what I was going to say now.
You were talking about us getting scared.
Yeah, we do. Everyone gets scared. No matter who it is, we all get scared. But we have the banter. And our group. I mean, yourselves. The group are like a family. Yeah. We've got other groups out there who we get on great with and everything else, and it's good fun. It's like the whole paranormal people are great, aren't they?
But you know what though? I don't think you could do it if you just was like. I think we was on about this a while back. Actually, is that if you think about it. If you're doing this because you're interested in it or whatever, whether you're interested from a spiritual side or a kind of a technical side, whichever way you approach it, you're ultimately spending your evening normally in a cold, particularly in the winter in this place as well, a cold, damp, drafty building.
Yeah.
Till 3 o'clock in the morning, sat in the dark, and you've got to have a laugh, and that's what I enjoy about it because there's so many funny things that happen. And that for me is what I enjoy. I like having a laugh when I'm doing it as well. And I think if you just go at it, everyone has their own way of doing things. Yeah. But for me personally, I think if you approach it with where you've got a nice camaraderie and stuff like that, I just think it's just better. I think it raises the energy more as well.
To be honest with you, that's what it should be like. We might have banter with other groups. We might have little comments what we make and that, but it's just a bit of fun. It's not having nastiness. I don't like nastiness within the paranormal world. And it happens. It does happen. There's jealousy, etc., etc. I don't know, politics and God knows what else. But it's nice to see, we're here, our studio is in Mill Street Barracks. Yeah. And when groups come in and I say something, do you fancy doing an interview? It's great because you're getting to know them, they're getting to know you, and you've made more friends. And that's what the paranormal's about. And we spoke about this before, Jonathan, and I think Lee was here as well. We were saying there was at one time there was another show called Keep the Paranormal Friendly.
Oh, really?
And it was a good show. It was actually a good show. It was based in Manchester. Suzanne and oh my God, I do apologise. I can't think of your name again. Sorry, but they had a great little radio show. And they packed it in and everything else. But nice people. Nice to hear if we can hear from them. It'd be great to hear from them. And what's the name? That was a nice little niche, and it was a great little name for a radio show, that Keep the Paranormal Friendly. And we should go by that name and say, come on, keep the paranormal friendly.
Yeah.
Should.
I mean, I've never understood when you get people like, a lot of people are interested in the paranormal, and for many different reasons, either because they've had an experience, or they want to experience something, or they enjoy watching it.
Yeah.
And I've never really got people who deliberately. I think it's fine being sceptical.
Yeah,
and really being sceptical about things, and I think they should, everyone should be able to express their opinion. Yeah. Where I think it becomes problematic is when you get people who go from being sceptical about stuff that is being evidence or whatever, to actually being personal about people and being nasty about people.
Yeah,
because
trolling.
Because fair enough, if I showed you, let's say I showed you a picture I'd taken, and I said to you, what do you think of that? Now, I know if you looked at it and you said to me, well, I just think it's, a light reflection or something, well, I wouldn't be offended by that. But if you said to me, oh, you're really stupid, then that is, isn't it? And I think it's the thing with social. I think it's the thing with particularly with social media now. There are some things which I've read some stuff before when I've been looking at things and thought, fair enough, you might not think that is what it is, but then you don't need to be personal and nasty to people about it. There's no excuse for people being nasty at all.
No. Well, I mean, Jonathan and Lee know, and you know yourself. We've been in the studio and we insult each other. But we've known each other for what, years? Yeah, years. So we don't take whatever we say to you or whatever I say to Lee is not personal. We're just having a banter. They know my banter.
That's it.
And I would never ever cross the line and being really nasty to them and getting close to the bone. We just have that fun, and that's how it should be.
Yeah, absolutely.
The same with you, James. When we give you stick as well, you know that it's not being nasty.
No, exactly.
Because we've known each other.
But the point that I'm saying is that that's fine because we all know each other. But this whole thing of, and it's not just obviously in this, it's across the internet in general, isn't it?
Yeah.
This thing of, I think people think they can say what they want about it. Not everybody, but certain people will say things, and I think they forget that actually they're saying that about a person who's reading that.
Yeah.
And it's just, I just think it's very nasty. I don't like it.
I mean, we're not Mr. Innocent. None of us are Mr. Innocent. So I've had a moan about people. But I wouldn't go onto Facebook or any social media and slag anybody off.
No, not at all.
You say it in private because you're entitled to say that. You've got your opinions like everybody else.
Everyone has opinions.
But I wouldn't go onto like YouTube, not YouTube, to Facebook or Instagram or any other ones, Twitter, and start slagging individual groups off. I wouldn't start slagging. I may have my own personal views on some people, and people have probably got opinions about me. That's fine. But if you don't like them, either don't watch them, don't listen to them, and don't follow them.
Yeah.
It's as simple as
that.
Leave them alone and just do your own thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so simple. If everybody thought like that, what a better world it would be, or a better community it would be. Because we do this show, and we've got that respect where we will not slag anyone off.
No. Absolutely.
We might have a little bit of fun.
Yeah,
but we might make a little joke comment, but we wouldn't go out. We wouldn't deliberately go out there and name names, shame people, or slate them or anything like that. One, we've got to give respect to them anyway.
Yeah,
and we said when we started this show, and James, you were my co-host at that time. I've got a better one now.
Well, actually, yeah.
And I've got one in training, but he's got about another 20 years to do yet. But no, going back to the serious part of it, we've always said when we're doing this show, we're not going to be disrespectful to anybody.
No, we're not at all.
And anybody who comes in here, even if we've got opinions, we give them respect because, you know, that's the way if they believe in something, who are we to question it and say,
absolutely,
you know, like
absolutely,
that on the radio?
Yeah.
You know, one, you're personally attacking them.
Yeah.
Two, I've just seen. Sorry, I know that's.
Please tell me you've not deliberately put something behind me now. While I'm
on my
looking at
life, I haven't, right? But I've just seen what I thought was something. We're in the studio and I'm looking out the door. Yeah. So when you was looking out on the right hand side there, and it looked like a shadow of something standing there. And then as soon as I started looking, and I moved forward, you know, to have a quick look, then it just disappeared straight away. Now, whether it's because I'm talking and I'm not taking it in, but that definitely did look like a shadow figure just then.
It wasn't when the light shined from the cars driving up, was it?
No, because you can see that because the light goes right the way through. Right. That was definitely not anything but a shadow of something. I actually see the shape, and
what
then
did you see?
It was on the right hand side. On the right hand side.
That way. Yeah, I've seen a mist hovering around by the door.
Did you?
Yeah, I just kept on looking out.
Right,
I've seen Lee looking, you see, but I can't. I mean, where I'm sat, I can only see to the right hand side of the door. I can't see much.
It's like a shadow, like a white shadow.
Mist. And I mean, I know I didn't go down the cellars or nothing with you, and I'm just. It's only because I've seen it now, and I know that what I saw then was the darkest shadow on the right hand side. Yeah. On the right side, you know where you put the cat ball on the table.
Well, I was just going to say that because the cat ball's there, isn't it?
But
so
that
be
didn't go
off.
But that didn't go off.
Right.
But maybe some spectrums don't. You know, do you know what I mean?
Maybe.
Like that. But where was I before I seen
we
that?
Was on about.
I do apologise.
No, we was on about about people respecting people's beliefs.
Yeah, and you know, it's like me. I mean, I've got a few personal problems at the moment, my own personal life, and you know, this show to me has given me support. It's given me, you know, I can be myself. I'm not being, and I'm being honest with people. You know, I have had my, you know, I've been ill for about a month or so now, and I've been off with stress related stuff and that, and it's personal things, but the likes of this show keeps me going. I love it, absolutely love it. And I know people are going to think, well, you know, you're having stress and you're doing paranormal stuff. Mm. It doesn't matter what you do. If it keeps you happy and it keeps you going and it keeps you in that good place, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, of course it is, yeah.
And I know it's the paranormal, but this is what I absolutely love. I love doing this podcast show. Whether people listen to it or not, I do not know, but I love doing it. It keeps me going. And you know, if I was doing that and somebody come in and slated me,
exactly,
or knocked me in, or that, I'd be thinking, oh, for God's sake, I'm doing my best to do this and that. And you know, I wouldn't. I mean, to be honest with you, people can slate me and slag me off, and that I'm not bothered. You know, I'm above all that. But there are people out there who are not like that, and we don't know these people. When these people come here with the paranormal groups, they may be like me. They may have personal problems. Everybody does somewhere down the line. Yeah. And when we're laughing at them and joking at them and slating them on Facebook, you know, what are we doing to these people?
We don't do that, but certain people
not
do.
Us, sorry, not us.
Absolutely,
you know, when people do that, what are we doing to these people?
But the other thing is, and going back to that, it's also respect for what people believe. Yeah. And if, you know, you and I have quite similar kind of beliefs and stuff, but if somebody comes in and what they believe is personal to them, and that should be respected,
exactly,
you know, and I think kind of that, you know, if somebody is, well, if somebody believes one thing and you believe another, just because you believe that doesn't devalue what they believe. You know, it should be everyone should just be respected exactly the same.
We've said it all before, and Lee, you've said it as well. Lee, you're too quiet.
He's too busy looking out. I'm just looking out the door.
We've got our like ghost watching that. Yeah. But you know, if you think about it, we've all got our little issues.
Yeah.
And I've admitted that. I've had a lot of issues recently. Not to the point that I'm going insane or not like that, but you know, I mean, personal life has been a bit difficult at the moment, and that, and everybody else gets the same thing. And I'm not looking for sympathy. I don't really care what you think about it. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I really don't. but this keeps me happy. It keeps me on the level, and I'm happy with all that lot. And Lee, you know yourself, and Jonathan, and James as well. When you come in here, you get that really good factor. We're having a laugh. There's 4 of us. We can bounce off each other. We can laugh with each other and joke with each other and all that. It's away from the norm.
Yeah, it is.
It's like an escape, isn't it? And it's chill out time, and just the time to forget everything else.
So anybody who's listening out there, what we're trying to say is, just let people do what they want to do. If they want to put pictures out there and say there's a ghost on it, we can question it, but we don't need to be disrespectful
or nasty about it.
Or nasty.
But ultimately, be nice is the thing.
Yeah. Shut up, you.
So think about what I've just said there.
Yeah. No, it is. I mean, I know we went a bit serious and a bit deep.
No, but I think it's. I think it's an important thing because I think it's kind. I mean, it's as I said before, it's not just an issue that's to do with people who are into the paranormal. It's across the internet, no matter where you go.
It's across the world.
And of course, it's across the world. And I just think it's a case of everyone has their opinions and views. And everyone is entitled to have their opinion, but you don't need to be nasty and disrespectful about it.
No, you don't.
That's the thing, isn't it? So
I can be nasty and disrespectful for you because I've known you for years.
Yeah, that's fine.
I do that when we're not on here, never mind when we're on. But anyway, let's get on to a different subject. We went a little bit too deep there, and I do apologise to the listeners, but take heed and listen to us, please, if you can. Has anybody been watching anything on YouTube, Lee?
No.
You know why I said that, don't you?
Yeah.
Because his wife Leanne said to me today, ask him tonight, Jamie, if he's watched anything on YouTube, because he hasn't watched anything. All he's watched, and hands up, it's mine and Marie's fault, is a series called Below Deck. That's all I'm going to say, because it's not paranormal.
Oh, Marie's told me about it.
Marie's told me about it. It's brilliant, but it's not paranormal. And James, have you watched anything on YouTube? Paranormal?
Not on YouTube, but I watched a fantastic, what I thought was a fantastic film on Netflix the other day, and it was called Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Yeah,
and it's I've not really read up on it, so I don't fully know the background, but it was absolutely fantastic. I don't know whether any of you guys have seen it, and it's kind of like different. There's a book in it, and it writes stories, and as the story's being written in the book, the things actually happen. So I don't want to spoil it for listeners who haven't seen it, but there's one with like a scarecrow and another one with like a crawler. And I had a bit of a nightmare that night. I've told you about this, haven't I?
You told me it was coming to my house.
Well, what happened was that I was watching the film, and I was watching it on. I was sat in bed watching the film. And I thought to myself, when that crawler was on, I was laughing, and I sent Jamie. I said to Jamie, "I've just seen that crawler going past the house, and I don't live very far from Jamie." Said, "So it must be on its way to yours."
So what did I say? Give it a key because I'm not getting up to let it in.
So anyway, then I thought to myself, I'll go to sleep. So I went to sleep. As soon as I went to sleep, I started dreaming that I'd woken up. Went to the window, opened the blinds, and what was there outside? The crawler.
Because he couldn't get it.
Because he couldn't get in yours, you sent it back. No, but then I woke up. It was a bit of a nightmare. Yeah. But that was a really, really fantastic film. I'm not really a fan of kind of slasher films or like jump scare films. I like things that are a bit more mysterious, and that had a few jump scares in it. But it was if you get a chance, it's still on Netflix. Give it a watch because it's really, really good.
I really can't imagine you watching a jump scare.
No, yeah.
As long as I'm not having a drink at the time.
And what about yourself, Jonathan? Have you watched anything on the YouTube paranormal wise?
I've not even watched TV this week.
Oh, while it's on my mind, and I do apologise. Don't forget it. I forgot what it was now.
Well done.
Have you ever had that moment where you've got it in your head and as soon as you go to say it, it's gone? I don't know. If I knew what it was, I'd tell you, wouldn't I? So anyway, Jonathan, back to... So about YouTube... What? About YouTube. What have you been watching on YouTube then?
I've not watched a thing.
Seriously?
I've not even watched any TV. Never mind YouTube.
YouTube. No, every single week.
I've been
whether you're in or whether you're not in, I ask what you watch on YouTube.
I've not stopped this week.
Oh, I know you're putting up this. Sorry, I've got a cough. I know you're watching I know you're building up this wooden shed thing.
Yeah.
And it's took you long enough.
I know.
Yeah. So, you've now got, what did you send me in the WhatsApp today? He turned around and he went, I'm not doing any more now till Monday. So you can watch some YouTube for next week.
I'll be watching YouTube over the weekend. Don't
Keep
worry.
talking while I have a drink.
Okay,
Yeah, because he's not got anything else to do over the weekend, He'll just sit and watch YouTube.
Well,
He's only got 10 kids, come on.
I've got The Conjuring to watch. I still need to watch
I want to watch that.
Good film.
I've heard good reviews, so
I'd like to watch that with the group.
That.
It'd be good, wouldn't it?
One,
yeah.
That I wanted to watch. And you know, the name's just gone out my head.
It's
catching.
Well, I'm gonna give you a good suggestion for one, right? And it's a film. It came out a few years ago, and it's called The Nightmare. Have you seen it?
No.
It's about sleep, people who experience sleep paralysis.
Oh yeah.
And I've suffered from sleep paralysis for quite a number of years, and night terrors and things. They used to call it old hag syndrome.
Yeah.
Do you remember where?
My son's coming in to talk about that.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to have a listen.
He's been studying it.
Well, this film is interviewing people from across the world who suffer from it, and it's also got kind of like reenactments of the experiences they've had, and it's really, really good. It's very creepy.
Yeah.
But it's one of the best things that I've seen in quite a long time. I think it came out about 4 or 5 years ago now.
Yeah.
And there's a guy from Manchester on it. There's people in America. The other guys are all from America. But it's about their experiences, and some people had seen the same things. And one of the ones that always got me is that they talk about the figures that come into the room.
Yeah.
And one of them, they call him the Hat Man. And he's a shadow figure with kind of like a broad-rimmed hat kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not like a trilby, but, like a kind of wide, broad-rimmed hat.
Can I just stop you there? Was it Marie who said she saw in the top classroom once that she saw a tall man with a hat on like that?
Yeah.
So
It's like
sorry, James.
on the film, the hat is kind of like, it looks a bit like, it's like a kind of Indiana Jones kind of hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the kind of brim on the hat is very kind of like, it's
Very
big,
large.
very large brim. Anyway, so after I watched it, I thought that's really interesting because when I've had night terrors, I very often see like a shadowy figure with kind of long fingers. I mean, I'm fine now because I know it's just when it's happening and stuff.
Yeah.
But I thought, so I'll have a look on the internet, and I was reading loads of stories on kind of forums and stuff from all over the world. People, I've seen him, and I've seen him, and I've seen him.
All the same.
The same image of a man with a hat. And you kind of think it's and it said this on the documentary, about him, and they'd drawn him and stuff like that, and it was really, 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 really interesting to read about it because you wonder whether it's who knows what the actual cause of it is, but it's the film, you'd really, really enjoy it. You can get it on iTunes and various other things, but it's just called The Nightmare. Really, really good.
Right, that's one. Gotta watch that. We've got to watch that. That'd be a good one, that Lee.
Yeah.
Make sure you watch it, Lee, please.
I'll try.
I know you're in this week. I know you're not going to be in next week, but you'll be in the week after, and I will be asking the same question again. I mean, James comes in. I can't remember the last time James come in, and he's been watching stuff.
Do you know what I just
So
say?
you've got any
My
excuse?
legs have just gone freezing cold with goosebumps.
Well, put your pants back on.
Have they really? Yeah. There's a draft coming through from this door. Quite significant.
Yeah,
now.
but
Cold, isn't he?
I mean, obviously, the door's open and it would be a draft. But the thing is, that would have been a continuous thing, wouldn't it? That would have been consistent. We do get things happening here. Now, while you were talking, James, I don't know whether... I know you haven't got a set of headphones on at the moment, Jonathan, but I don't know whether you heard while James was talking, I could hear something in the background talking, and then when I was trying to listen to it, it stopped completely then. Now, I don't know whether you know, James, I mean, Jonathan knows as well, and Lee knows... We've been in here and we're talking and we'll hear voices come above us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I know. You've told me about this before. Yeah.
So so when we do go down in the cellar, we'll leave these microphones running. We'll let it record.
Yeah.
And we'll see what we pick up. If we pick up anything, if not, no losses there,
See,
really.
The interesting thing about that as well is from a technical point of view. I mean, obviously the listeners know the show's pre-recorded, so all these 4 microphones just run into the mixer, which links through to the kind of post-production stuff, doesn't it?
I'll take a photo of it and show them.
Well, it does. So there's no radio. What I'm saying is there's no radio signals being sent there.
No.
Everything is, and there's nothing. So you can't even say, well, it's not picking up something on that. There's nothing nearby that's that you could tune into. So
No. If a voice is picked up on this, it's because something's spoken.
Yeah.
And if we're not in here and you hear a voice, it's not us. Simple as that. Yeah. I mean, we've had it quite regular. Going back to YouTube, Jonathan, I was saying you've not watched anything this week.
No.
Well,
no.
I'm the saint because I have.
Oh, go on.
I've watched Dark Arch, Carl Hassel.
Oh, yeah.
Also Dark Territory.
Yeah.
Watched him, and he was in I think it was an asylum or a hospital or something. It was about an hour and a half long. Oh, sorry, it was nearly 2 hours long, to be honest with you.
Oh,
and
special
it was brilliant. He does a fantastic video. I love the way he does it and that.
He's very professional.
It's superb. I mean, he's got thousands of listeners and watchers, so he's doing something right, isn't he? Yeah. And Gracie's got a sponsor as well, which I'm glad to hear.
Good.
So he's doing really well.
Yeah.
But I was watching him, and he was in this hospital, and there was 4 of them what went in. That was my bone on the table then, and I was watching him.
Yeah.
And they actually saw eyes at the bottom of the corridor.
All right.
And then he went into this room. I'm not going to say it all because people, if you're listening now, go and watch Dark Arts when the show's finished, right? And they're really, really good. He doesn't tell you where they are.
Yeah.
Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't.
Yeah,
which is understandable,
locations,
and
isn't it?
That one is very good. When you see that, and then they go into this room, and they actually see something coming toward you. You actually see the movement towards you, and then backs off, and they go towards it and that.
Do you see the eyes on the thing as well?
Yeah. He
you
showed
see
you.
them. Yeah.
But the good thing with Carl is, he doesn't put it on at the end of the show. He puts it on there and then.
Right.
So when you see it, when he goes, there's a pair of, I've just seen the eyes, I've just seen them and everything else, it will go back, but it'll repeat it a couple of times.
So you can actually pick it up, yeah.
And that's what's good about him. And with the EVP, he does EVP. If he doesn't get nothing, he says, there's nothing on that. Yeah. And they carry on. And it's good. And the 3 people are with, there's 4 of them. There's Carl, I can't remember the girl's name, but them 2 lads. I think one's a couple, and then there's another lad.
Jess,
and I can't think of
Sam and Jess.
Is it Sam and Jess? And then there's another lad who goes with them. I don't see him all the time on the show, but he's on it. And they're really good. So highly recommend that one. And then I've just watched, after that one, I've just started watching this new one.
Right.
And that's looking good as well. That's only about an hour long.
Yeah.
An hour to an hour and a half, I think it is. I'm not sure now. And I'm not going to say what's happening in that one, but they've gone into like a fortified house.
Yeah.
The person who was living there was convinced there was going to be a French Revolution and his house was going to be raided. So he had it built.
Oh, well, like kind of built up for.
Have you seen it?
I've seen that.
It's really, really
Very
good.
good.
And
I think I've seen it with a different person.
Right.
And it wasn't paranormal.
Ah, right.
It was more of an explorer.
Like an explorer.
Yeah.
But, well, you know what Carl does? Carl does it.
Yeah.
Now, there's only Carl, Jess, and who did you say? Sam. There was only them 3 in this one.
Yeah. He's done a lot of stuff with Sam and Jess.
It's a very unusual house. I mean, he tells you a little bit about the story, and then they pull the sheep out. They get a sheep out of a shed and that, and it looks like it's been there for a while because it was chewing on the wood and that. Anyway, they let it out.
Oh.
Well, the good thing was they done it, and you could see he was an animal lover. And he went in the house, showed the introduction round and everything. There's old cotton machines there.
And where was the house, in England or like in the UK, or was it in France?
I'm
not sure. Was it
I'm
down?
almost sure it's in Wales.
It's in Wales,
is it?
isn't it? Yeah,
I'm
because
sure.
there's a part where they come outside and you can see it everywhere. But
So why did it? Why did they falsify it for the French Revolution? Then?
He thought they was going to be invaded.
He was going. I think he was going a bit insane. You know.
Yeah.
Oh right. So he thought they might invade here or something.
Yeah, he thought they were going to invade him, didn't he?
Right.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. He was convinced, and what he'd done is he built the house, but the house looks like it's an unusual shape.
Yeah.
And Carl points out, he said, he's fortified it.
Yeah.
But there's doors and windows everywhere.
Yeah.
Was it what was the house in America? It was the Winchester Mystery House. Do you ever
Oh,
that one?
yeah, the Winchester where they built doors upon stairs into nowhere.
Yeah, they just kind of go up to like nothing, don't they? And things.
Well, the reason why she's done that though is because the Winchester's the gun, as you know.
Yeah, Winchester rifles.
And I mean, obviously, a lot of people have been killed by that. And the wife of Winchester himself, she was. I think she was scared of the spirits of the people who were killed by her guns.
I read that, and I think I read that she believed that I don't know how true this is, but that she believed that the spirits would come to her because of the family designing the guns.
Name,
and so the reason all the things were all over this was to confuse them.
That's exactly.
That's what I read as well.
I think Most Haunted went in there.
I think they did. Yeah, didn't they do a live one from there? Yeah, I think they did years ago. Yeah,
going back to Carl. Give him his due. He found a swallow and let it out. They were trying to catch it today. Okay, it went out on its own, but they were trying to get it,
Yeah.
So, Carl, if you're listening, it was a swallow, because he wasn't sure what it was. But, yeah, highly recommend them too. Yeah. And, you all right there, Lee?
Yeah,
Thought you'd fallen asleep then?
No, but hay fever.
Yeah. See, you could have been talking like this, Lee, if you'd have just watched one video.
Jamie, can I give out a shout out to a YouTube channel that I always watch? It's not paranormal, but it's very interesting.
Go on then.
Right. So it's called Be Here Now, as in a B, so B-E-E.
Yeah. Here
Now. And it's a guy called Ollie, and he does like historical videos, and he's just done one on the, I don't know whether you know this, but under Liverpool, there's 3 tunnels, not including the kind of Mersey Railway tunnels. Yeah. There's the Wapping Tunnel, the Lime Street one, and then the one that goes down to Prince's Dock, which I think is it the Waterloo? Is it the Waterloo Tunnel, that one? I think it is. Anyway, to Waterloo. Anyway, it goes down that way. And what he's done is he goes when the railway used to, before the railway terminated at Lime Street, the original terminus for the Liverpool and Manchester line was Crown Street. And there was a cut-in and a really fancy Moorish arch there, and then that's where the railway was. And then a few years later, because it was a little bit out of the city centre, they tunnelled down through the rock to build Lime Street Station, and then that became a goods yard, and now it's gone. So he's done a video where he goes round there looking at what remains of the Moorish arch. There's all kind of like rooms carved into the stone where the boilers used to be for the rope haulage systems and stuff. And then he goes down through the tunnel, and he's filming in the tunnel, huge tunnel with air shafts going up and stuff. And it's just really, really interesting, and I really like him because his way of kind of putting stuff across. He's obviously done a lot of research into it, and he's talks about the history of the railway, why the railway was built, why the tunnel was built. So it's not just a kind of video of somebody just going around and just filming it. You learn a lot of stuff about it as well. And it's on his YouTube channel now. It's called Be Here Now. There's a couple of others. There's one he's done of the Manchester Ship Canal, one of an old bridge, and another. I think it's Latchford High Level Bridge, and then another one which is great is the history of the Liverpool and Manchester Railway, and the one of the very first deaths of the railway happened. Huskinson, Well, I think it was William Huskinson got run over by the rocket.
Well, his
St
James's Cemetery. That is
his mausoleum's there, isn't it? Yeah. It's a fantastic thing, isn't it? Right in the centre of the cemetery there with the. So,
going on to that YouTube one again. Be Here Now.
Yeah.
Do you know the person?
No, I don't know him. I don't know. It was a friend of mine who said, because I'm interested in all kind of heritage stuff. He said, "Oh, you'll really like this," and it was one of those things of when I watched it, from the first 5 minutes, I was instantly hooked. But the information's really good, the way it's put across, and I really enjoyed it. And I think if you like a bit of local history or learning things about you don't know, check it out because it's really good.
The thing is with history, it does blend in with the paranormal because that's
of course it does.
The past is the past, isn't it?
That could be very interesting Paranormal Investigation.
That's what was right in my head, Jonathan.
In the tunnel,
in
yeah.
them rooms.
Yeah.
It could be, yeah. I mean, I don't know how you would get access to it. I'm assuming that he'd obviously. I don't know how he got access to the thing. Whether it was a
Well, there's only one way is to get hold of him and see if we can.
Absolutely,
we can contact him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And ask him if he could give us some kind of way. Yeah.
But really good. And I like it when people put the time into to research things and look at look at it, and not just stuff.
I'll tell you what. I wonder if he's got if he could do a video on ghost stories for us.
He could. It'd be
not for us, for the people.
If you do a history of this place, really, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, we have Chris Cannon as well.
Yeah,
Chris Cannon, absolutely fantastic fella. Loved his stuff and that. Do you know? I know it's silly than that, but that out there then has just gone really, really dark. All of a sudden, I could see the wall at the back, and then all of a sudden it went absolutely dark, and then started to come back into the. Just about to see the wall now.
I think there's a mirror down there, isn't there?
I don't know what it is. There's a reflection, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, there's a reflection of something, isn't there?
I'm just going to take a photo because people are probably wondering. People are probably wondering why we're looking at things and that. So what I'm going to do while we're doing this show, I'm just going to show by taking a picture. I'll show people how dark it is, and that's James who's looking out there now. Yeah, no, it's all right, James. You look out there now, just so people. Oh, just took the photo. Just so people know. Let me do that again because that didn't look very good. That one. Why is it doing it so slow? It's quiet then. It's
funny you're saying that. I'm just looking out there now, and I can see. I've just seen something, but where the stairs are that come up, just look like something went across. But it's hard to tell, isn't it, when it's dark?
Well, I've took a photograph for the people. What I'll do is, when I get the chance, I'll I'll put it online, and then people can see what we're doing. You can probably hear me clicking then, just so you know I'm taking the photograph so to put on the Access Paranormal Radio podcast Facebook page. And just before we move on to another subject, we do have the investigation coming up in a few minutes as well. If anybody has got any ghost stories, if anybody has got anything interesting paranormal wise, or they want to come on the show and be interviewed, whether you're an author, whether you're a medium, anything to do with the paranormal, get in touch with us. You can do by Jonathan's just going to read them off the back of the wall.
Yeah, you can email us at info.accessparanormal@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And you can also get us on Facebook and Instagram, which is Access Paranormal Radio Podcast. You can also get us on Twitter, which is at Access Paranorm1. And don't forget, we always upload videos of all the shows up onto YouTube, which is Access Paranormal Radio Podcast.
And Lee, how's your eyesight from there?
Yeah, you can also get in touch with us.
Get on the mic.
Get on the mic, you can. His eyesight's fine, but you can't hear him.
Yeah, you can also get in touch with us on our new phone number, which is 07828 201 056.
That's it. Fantastic.
So if somebody rings up and you've not got the phone on, is it you on the voicemail?
No, not yet.
But it will be soon.
It will be soon. It will be changed and everything. We've just got the phone number. Give us a chance, James. Come on.
No, I'm only saying.
We'd love you to ring us and get in touch with us. And don't forget, leave your details as well, and we'll get back to you.
Yeah.
And that number again is 07828 201056. Write it down and keep hold of it. It will be on the Facebook page and everything soon as well. We're just sorting everything out, but you can contact us. Anyway, what we're going to do in a minute, we're going to go to the final part in the investigation we did with Jamie Lester and his team, Haunted Adventures, which is a new name.
Yeah, have Jamie and Gareth changed their name now? Because they were the other side paranormal, weren't they?
Yeah, there's three of them now.
Right.
What they've done, they've changed the name because Jamie and Gareth were the other side of paranormal.
Yeah. And
somebody called John O's joined them.
Right.
And they've merged together they've come up with Haunted Adventures. Yeah. And the nice lads, we had a good investigation with them.
Yeah,
when they came up and told us that they were getting things thrown at us, me and Jonathan looked at us and went, come on, let's have a go, let's see. And we've been doing it for hello. I forgot to turn my phone off. We've never experienced
that,
it,
have we?
but that night we did experience it,
We did.
and we'll tell you now, we could see all three of them, and not one of them
Yeah.
threw anything.
Yeah.
Not one of them, and there was 5 of us in that room,
Yeah.
and none of us threw them nails.
Well, we know them anyway, don't
Yeah,
we? You know,
yeah.
they're lovely guys
Yeah,
and very serious about what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, I've never kind of myself
Yeah.
experienced that, but hopefully one day we will. Hopefully I will.
yeah.
you
Well, I'll
know.
tell you what. Let's go over now to the second part of the investigation we did with Jamie, Gareth, and Jono, and this is exactly what happened in the second part.
It's been the escape. That one. It's been like my head's on a swivel, and I'm just like from one to the other.
Whoa! Oh, where we go?
That's time for me to go out the room.
What was it?
It's my brick. Nail.
Which direction does it come from?
It came down here, and then he had to go across. There it is.
For the old nails again.
But the only place that could have come from is this box.
There's a box of nails there.
No, that one's still there. Oh, that candle's going off.
I think
I just caught it.
Yeah, but them nails. Oh yeah, there's a couple of them nails in there, isn't there?
And he came across that way.
Like from there.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it go ding 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 and land there. Look.
Don't like it when he throws nails.
Neither do I.
No, do I?
I keep thinking I'm getting him back.
Not in your direction anyway. Yeah.
Oh, I've got a massive one right behind me on that table.
Oh yeah.
And there's one on the floor
I don't think that was there before.
Did you hear it,
Is
John?
that your footprint?
Yeah. Oh, it's wet.
Did you hear it land there? Seriously?
Is it?
there.
You really want me to come and look at that?
Lift your shim up.
You're not wet.
Have a look, Jonathan.
No, that's off you.
That is a trainer mark. That is.
Yeah, but do you think because I've had my feet on that floor?
Oh, is it a bit damp?
So am I. That's nothing compared to
It's
before.
it's a trainer mark. It's
Yeah,
gotta be
that
on me.
I think that's you.
I think I'm gonna sit face on instead of.
But that seems to have hit this chair. No, ding 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 ding.
That's me.
Oh, it's just gone really cold.
That happens again. I'm out the room.
Doing well.
You are. My heart isn't.
Does it?
You know it doesn't know, but it started like this last time.
It did, yeah.
Did he get better?
Worse.
Worse. More things got
Yeah,
from right in front of us.
that wasn't what you're supposed to say.
It got much better, Jay.
Yeah, it was great. Great, that's why.
That's why we're back.
That's why I ran off upstairs.
Right, Spirit, if that is you,
Can you do it again?
but not at anybody, please. You don't mean you harm.
Just drop one on the floor.
If it does it again.
Yeah.
That's the EDI went off then.
Mm.
And again.
See, each time it gets to Bob, it flashes. Look,
Is that your name? Is your name Bob?
no, it stops. You see. It's going back.
Bob? Is that you?
There you go. Look.
Oh, it's flashing.
As soon as it gets to like what technically says Bob, it flashes.
If your name's Bob, can you throw something?
He's about to touch me then.
Me?
Did your arm reach out?
It went like that. Oh, wow.
There you go. Look
What's
at that,
that?
Bob again.
That's the EDI.
Wow.
Can you do that again for us? Is it Bob?
Wow.
Who is Bob? Are you from this building? You flash for yes?
Were you brought to this building? Flash the lights.
Are you stuck here?
Bob, if you're stuck here, can you flash the lights for us? Or make a noise? Or throw something again?
Something just flashed in the outside.
Who was that?
That was
Was
me.
Gareth moving? I wonder if he's stuck here, whoever it is. I've never come across that name before. Something's moving out there.
I think that's potentially what I saw out the corner of my eye that made it look like.
That's why I chose to sit this side.
What the hell
this
is
time.
that?
Is it not? Is it a shadow or anything?
Yeah, but didn't please tell me anybody else saw that.
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
You know where the square is?
Yeah, on the white square.
Yeah, moving backwards and forwards.
Is it not the spider on the light?
It could have been. Could have been.
Because that's what caught me earlier on.
Is it?
Yeah, there was a dark shadow on the floor that came this way, like it was so fast.
No, that just went really fast.
It did, didn't it? Yeah,
That's
I saw
just
that.
shot up.
I saw that. Again, it shot off towards the stairs.
Yeah,
Did it?
yeah.
That's what I saw was the fast movement going towards the
Yeah,
stairs.
that was really quick.
Well, that's what it was like, you know, when I said to you the shadow come towards me. That's how it was really, really fast.
It's like,
Like that one that we seen that time.
oh,
Yeah,
what was that?
stone.
That sounded like it was from your side.
You
Jamie.
see,
That sounded like it was
so I
over
told you,
there.
when we concentrate on something else, that's when it happens all the time. There's some.
It's gone really cold.
It has, hasn't it?
Yeah, right. That's what
I just seen like a light to the left hand side of me, on my side.
in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just see something move next to you, but I didn't want to say.
What do you mean you didn't want to say? Why didn't you just not say?
Because I wanted to stay in here.
Oh, what's
Whoa.
that?
Cat ball's going off, Gareth. Well, like you're
Is
in
it
there.
moving?
It did move then, yeah. Don't know why I'm telling you it's going off. You know you're next to it.
Blinded him.
Okay, thank you.
I'm cold, well up to my knees.
It's gone freezing, hasn't it?
It's the temperature just dropped all of a sudden, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Can you do that again with the ball, please?
Is that?
That was me.
No, I heard a high pitched noise just before that. That could be my dodgy ears though, that. I can't believe how fast that shadow was.
Have you eaten?
No. But yeah,
Oh.
it's because I just
What?
guzzled that Coke.
Like something like
In front of Jamie.
fell from the ceiling,
Where?
right above you.
Why do I ask?
No, seriously, I'm not winding you up. I thought something like caught my eye.
Temperature's still going down. See it moving on there. All the cold air's coming out of where you are, Gareth.
It's
You can
freezing.
feel it blowing out.
The person who's here now, nobody's here to harm you.
Did someone just move their arm?
No.
Jonathan's
I
just
did.
moved there.
Oh.
Ah, there we go.
Can you let us know you're here? Can you make the lights go off in this room?
Did someone move that?
No.
Move
Did you hear a shuffle like thing?
No, I keep seeing the shadow on this wall. The wall behind us now.
Yeah.
Or further up by the door.
See, I keep seeing that shadow on the door.
Well, I keep thinking I've seen the door move, but that's probably just my eyes playing tricks.
I wonder if that's the same shadow that we've seen on the wall. I don't know. What did you say you see, John?
Sometimes it looks like the door's like moving. There was a side, but it could probably just my eyes playing tricks.
I think that does happen with doors, isn't it? With your eyes, I think.
Yeah, I see what you mean, because now I'm staring at it. I
Yeah, it
think
looks like it's like moving back in two slightly.
Yeah.
Someone stood there.
Where?
To the left of that doorway.
There isn't an actual person, no.
No. Is there something there? Well, not now, but I'm sure there's like a figure there.
There isn't anything that resembles a figure there, I'm sure. I don't like shadows for some reason.
Were you brought here and got stuck here? Is that what's wrong? Anybody heard nothing?
Out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that why you're a little bit angry? Is that why you're throwing things?
Jim, have you got a torch just to shine under your face?
On the right? Why? What's wrong
No,
with my face?
the other Jamie.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Right, it is your face.
Well,
I
is it
think I
scary?
All I could see was a face that appeared then. I thought, I hope that is James, because if not, there's someone next to him.
I sat on his knee.
Right, can we make a rule? Can you, if there's something wrong with my face, say J.
Jay?
Yeah.
I've never felt so tense.
It is awful in here, I have to say.
Come on, spirits.
I wish that I took that money that day.
Yeah, I would come in for 5 minutes and gone.
I don't think I could.
What?
Not on my own.
Oh, no. What,
Not
you come in
after
here on your own?
Not after
Yeah.
tonight, anyway.
Oh, no.
Just sitting here while they were calling.
No. Oh, I wouldn't mind sitting here while someone else is doing it, yeah, but no. I couldn't come in here on my own. I don't think I've ever ventured into that little room there, and I don't think I fancy it either.
Yeah, same here.
It was a bit weird. I sat in there earlier.
I just saw that girl crying in there, hysterics that night, put me right off it.
When was that?
Oh.
October last year.
Not the year before, wasn't it?
Oh, was it? Was it? Oh,
Yeah, because it was COVID last year,
yes,
wasn't
it was.
Yeah.
No, we still.
Oh, a cold draft right
She
across me.
physically couldn't lift herself out of that chair.
Oh, I would have.
No, she couldn't move.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why she was crying.
And she was crying her eyes out. And I come in here and like, that's enough, and went up back upstairs.
I just thought I heard a whistle.
Do you know what I did?
Did you?
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was right behind you, that was.
It was here.
Was it?
Is it that little nail by your
it's right
foot?
Look.
What?
Little nail on the floor there. By your
It was louder than that, wasn't it?
What did seem louder than that?
Let's do this. No.
No, it's not.
Right, that's it.
Luke, I've been nice to you. Oh, I don't believe this. That name's going over there. I don't want that.
It definitely wasn't that noise.
It wasn't. It was heavier than that, wasn't it?
Might not even have been a nail.
It might not have been an egg, could have been anything. What was that?
Gary's stomach.
And I said to you, didn't I, that I heard that there was a draft coming right through me.
I think there's a nail here. I wonder if it was that one.
Same as that one.
No.
Same as the other one. That was a heavy bang.
That temperature keeps going down.
Okay. Sorry. Ready? Ready?
Yeah.
You ready? Sure.
It's out.
If you drop anything near me again, I'll leave the room, I promise you. And I'll never come back in here again. This is the only time I'm coming in this room.
It's absolutely freezing.
It is.
We don't mean you harm, so why do you mean us harm?
Oh, so it just landed in front of me.
I heard that. Didn't sound as forceful.
But that,
No, it
that
sounded
one
like
what dropped here, it sounded like it came from downwards. It didn't come from anywhere else.
Yeah, like it
Like
just dropped.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because if you think about it, if it had been thrown, you'd have heard ding, 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 where that one went ding.
It did, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Was that you?
Yeah, I had an itch. Tickle on my face.
That's too near me now, isn't it?
I've been waiting for you for ages.
Third time when I'm out,
Again.
I heard that little tap.
I didn't hear it that time. What else have you got for us, Spirit? Can you show us? See a chair flying past in a minute.
I think Jamie should leave the building.
Both Jamies would.
I'll just tell Jonathan to lock up.
Come on, spirits. What else have you got? Show us what you can do.
What was that?
Did you hear that?
Hang on.
What's that on the floor then?
Where?
What?
Like in front of us.
Put the light back on.
Capital.
Oh, that's the key too.
Oh, yes.
I can smell pipe smoke.
I can't.
Oh, weird.
Did someone just knock really gently or something then?
No.
Nobody moved. As far as I know.
Hands in my pockets.
My arms are folded because I'm that cold.
Come on, spirit. Show us something else.
If that was you what dropped whatever it was onto the floor, are you able to do that again? Use the energy and see if you can do it again for us. Come on. Can you make a sound?
Can you whistle like before?
Copy me. Temperature dropping again now.
I can't breathe in here.
When the temperature drops, I'm expecting something to happen.
Yeah, it always does, doesn't it? Well, it has done so far.
I'm getting colder.
Yeah, my kneecaps are freezing.
Right, what's next? We're waiting.
Show us you're here. Light flashing. See?
Oh, yeah.
Is that you making the light flash again? Are you next to the orange light? Are you trying to communicate with us?
Again.
What's that mean?
That's the air pressures, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
There's a change in air pressure.
Is that where you're standing? Are you able to let us see you?
Just gonna move my feet.
Again.
It's really bright as well. Are you able to communicate with us? They asked before if your name is Bob. Are you able to tell us if it is?
Heard that.
Or was it?
Something clicked.
I thought Gareth was on sleep.
Still flashing. I think it likes your voice, Jamie.
Great.
Should come in here more often.
I don't think so.
Seems to respond to you.
Do you know who I am? If you know who I am, can you make the light flash again?
Say so.
Do you follow him around the building?
Do you follow me around this bit?
Say your voice again. Are you male?
Are you okay with me sitting in here with you? Flashed, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Stop throwing nails at him then.
Are you just trying to communicate with us by throwing things? Are you trying to be nice? Are you trying to communicate nicely to us?
No answer.
Are you being nasty to us?
Are you okay with us being here?
Long before they want us here or what?
Would you rather us not be in this room?
I'd like us to leave you alone now.
Whoever you are, would you like us to leave this room and leave you in peace?
Please flash the light if you want us to leave you alone for the night.
Would you rather communicate with us? Would you rather us be here to talk to you? It's funny, it's gone all of a sudden, isn't it?
Yeah. The atmosphere feels different as well. And this sounds stupid, but even the darkness feels lighter.
It's cool.
Oh,
That was here. Thank you.
I spoke too soon, didn't I?
fucking on me again.
I know, sorry.
I nearly jumped on his.
I'm looking at that here between us.
What?
That dropped down again, that wasn't...
It sounded like it, didn't it? could be rooting down for ages.
Is that what your way of letting us know you're still here?
Or is that your way of letting us know you'd like us to leave? If you give us a sign that you'd like us to leave, then we'll leave you alone.
Are you stuck here? Were you brought here and got stuck here? And you'd like to go back where you were from? Okay, I'll ask another question. Do you like being here? Can you talk to us? It's funny, I can see Jamie, I can see Jonathan, but I can't see you in the middle.
Get away.
Can't you?
No. Seriously, I can see John and Jamie. Sorry, I don't know your name, sorry.
Jono.
But I can't see Jono in the middle. I just cannot see him at all.
I'm here.
But the funny thing is, I can even see Gareth at the other end, but I can't see you.
Isn't that strange?
God, don't like it when things are
Around you.
around me.
But the funny thing is the pitch black goes right down the wall between you.
Oh, I see that.
Can you see it?
It does, yeah. Oh,
Cold draft just gone right past me.
Oh, I've got it all across my knees. Spirit, if you want us to leave you alone, would you please give us a sign?
I feel like I've got no legs. That sounds really weird.
That's just flashed then, that orange.
Oh,
What?
I keep
Wow.
getting like little flashes in there.
Do you?
Yeah.
I've got one over there.
By that
To our right, just by the
black and
pubs.
yellow thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
the
I have
pubs,
had one there, yeah.
Like a little, I don't know, that one, like a little red one.
Yeah, and I had one just over there then as well. Got to feel really cold now.
Do us a favour, warn us when you're coming out. That's one of the creepiest things I've seen.
Spirit, would you like us to leave?
Please say yes.
You coming near me for any reason, because I'm not keen on that idea. Can you show other people you're here?
Do you like Jamie?
Is it because I've not been in here for a long time I've respected you? It's getting a bit light in here, you know, John, because I can now start to see you like the other two.
Oh God. Leave me alone. I feel all tired though, I know that.
You've got to drive back to Crewe yet.
Chester.
Oh yeah, Chester now, aren't you?
Couldn't interview yet.
That was me, I got into your leg.
Shall we say good night to you then, Spirit? Thank you for communicating with us.
Anything else you want to move?
Just before we go,
Just don't launch anything else on the way out.
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
not going at the back.
Hey,
I said I'm not going at the back on the way out.
I'm going at the front though.
first one out.
You can see it first.
Thank you, spirits. Thank you very much.
So that was our investigation with Haunted Adventures, and it was a good night as well. So, Lee, you weren't there. It was just me and Jonathan, along with Jamie, Jono, and Gareth.
Yeah.
You know, you've listened to it. You know, we've never had nails thrown before, have we? And,
No,
that's a
new one to me.
Yeah. And I've got to say though, Lee, that we could see all three of them. I think I said it earlier on in the show. We could see all three of them, and unless they were brilliant, we didn't see any of them throwing anything. And one of them actually dropped.
Well,
next to me.
dropped
Yeah.
next to you, isn't it?
I said that dropped. Yeah, because it's
the other side
Yeah.
of you from
Whereas-
anyone else.
well, when you throw something, as you know, you'll hear it goes along.
Yeah.
With one of them
Never.
just went. So you had that. That's the difference when when they threw that nail.
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard it bounce first off something else and then hit the floor and then go
Yeah.
along.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, I think if you'd have been there, you'd have done a runner, wouldn't you?
I think I would have.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Oh, just before we carry on, we do have a microphone outside the door
Yeah, we do.
because
yeah.
things have been going on. We've put a doll outside the
Yeah.
door, and when we came back up, we've been doing a mini invest, haven't we? Which
Yeah.
part 2 is going to be coming on in a little bit. The cat balls went off as we were in the studio,
That's right, yeah.
and we've got a microphone, like I said, at the door. The wire looked like it was pulled, and it was just swaying from side to side
right,
because
it
we've got quite a bit of a lead,
Yeah.
and none of us
Yeah.
could work out why that was. We looked at Lee, we looked at you.
I
It
know.
was just
No
nothing.
one
I know.
near it.
You,
Because
you,
as soon as it
yeah,
happens, I looked at Lee
Yeah.
and I was like,
yeah,
just move that wire, and he was like, no.
yeah. So that
His
was
feet
good,
weren't
wasn't it?
near it.
Yeah. Yeah. So Lee, as I was saying,
Yeah.
what did you think of that?
Really good. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just seeing you were there.
Just
Yeah.
something different when you've not witnessed it, like anything being
Yeah.
thrown or anything like that before.
It was pretty
Yeah, it was good,
convincing,
wasn't
wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah. And Jonathan, you were there.
I know.
You saw it happen.
Yeah.
There was no way. You've got two pairs of eyes looking at these people,
I know.
and I can't, I can't doubt them.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. And it was
very
nice, yeah.
genuine, weren't they? It was, to be fair,
And it was nice of them to actually let us join in there. Sorry, Jonathan.
yeah,
were you gonna say something
it was good of them to let us join them. And I was going to say, there was only the three of them. And I know they do events for like
Yeah.
public, but I think it was
They
just
do.
a little like get together for the three of them, really, wasn't it? To
It
try and
was,
get back
yeah.
into it, into
So-
the swing of it.
And
I'm
I'm grateful. Yeah, I was very grateful that let us
Yeah.
join them as well.
Yeah.
And just for the listeners, while it's in my head, is in August. Watch this space. We will give you more information about it. There is some kind of it's like a mind, body, and spirit or a fair coming into Mill Street.
Yeah.
In that there'll be we'll have our table for the Access Paranormal
Yeah.
and our Ghost Quest team.
Yeah.
There's also different card read. I think there's card readers going to be there.
Yeah, there's card readers,
and
tarot,
all different ones. So
yeah.
come along. We will give you further information on that. We're just waiting for the leaflet, and we will read out the leaflet, and you can come along. You can meet us if they're brave enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they want to meet you, like. Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah. Hey, I'm saying yeah as well.
yeah.
I wasn't actually listening to what you said. I was doing the usual. I was only half listening to you.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Mad.
that was a good investigation with them. Yeah,
It's really interesting, wasn't it?
it was.
Really interesting.
It was.
Very good.
Well, it's when they first come up because they were doing the investigations.
Yeah, they're
and we were in the
on their
studio.
own, weren't they?
And then he said, "Do you want to come?" They come up first, didn't he? And said, "We've
Yeah.
had this, we've had that." You looked at each other, and then he went. At the end, he said, "Come and join us for the last half
Yeah,
hour or so."
that's
And we
right.
said, "Okay." And we went down. I've recorded it, and
Yeah.
you've heard it. They were brilliant.
Yeah, amazing.
I can't knock
Good
what they
night.
were doing. Yeah, and really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jamie, Gareth, and Jono, thank you for
Oh,
letting
yeah.
us join it. We did appreciate it, and
Yeah.
we're looking forward to the next time we see you as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So what we'll do now, Jonathan? Was it what's the next one? Is it you? I can't remember. No, I do remember. I'm having one of those moments in my life.
I know.
Which is usually every day.
Well, it was.
It
was you, and it was me.
Yeah.
And it was Lee.
Yeah.
And it was James.
And we all went down into the cellar, didn't we? Because in the last show you heard it, they went down there for 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, that was without you, wasn't it?
Yeah, even though you ran up the stairs like a bunch of wimps.
I know, yeah.
Don't blame you.
I know.
We decided to go back, didn't we?
We did.
For the half an hour, and that's what we've done.
Yeah,
so what I'm going to do is, so they don't have to listen to us, they've listened to us all night. Oh, just to let you know, James Anthony did leave the building because he's working tomorrow, so he had to leave. So that's why he's gone quiet all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So
not that we've tied him up and put him in a room on his own.
No, not yet.
No.
But James had to go home. So if you're wondering where he's gone, he's down in the cell, locked in a room. No, he's gone home. He's in work tomorrow. So But thanks for joining us a little earlier on in the show. Anyway, back to the real stuff, the genuine stuff. Here's what happened in the cellar when me, Jonathan, Lee, and James Anthony went down a little bit later on. For this week's show, we've got James Anthony, my co-host Jonathan Sullivan, our friend Lee Arnold, and myself. We're down here in the cellar at Mill Street Barracks. The four lads. We've not, to be honest with you, we've not done this for a very long time. Four of us been down here.
No, not at all.
I know that you came down and you had shadows and everything else, so we've come down, the four of us together. There's not cat and Nels chance of us running because both doors are shut.
We've got a slight gap in that one just so we can see the little cat ball outside.
I was going to say we've got two cat balls, one in here and one out there. It will be absolutely pitch black once we turn the torch off. I don't know why we've got the torch on because I can talk without it on, can't I?
You ready for the torch being off?
So what I'm going to do in a second is I'm going to do a call out. I do apologise if I have a little bit of a cough. I'm still trying to get it sorted. It's getting better anyway. I'm not coughing as much as it used to or was doing. So James, if you want to turn the torch off. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a call out, okay? And just so you know, James has got an luminous watch on.
I have,
yeah. So I'm going to ask if there's anybody here with us now. Anybody who can hear us or who can see us. If you would like to come forward and come and talk to us, please do so. We're not here to do you any harm. We're not here with disrespect. We'd just like to talk to you. So if you can, and you wish to, please do something to let us know you're around. You've got James, you've got Jonathan, you've got Lee, and you've got me, Jamie. So if you can, and you're able to, tell us your name.
Can you hear that noise?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Sounds like it's on the back of my chair.
Are you trying to make contact with us now by making little taps? I thought I was still here then. What we'll do is each one of us will do a call out and then see if one of us gets a reaction. So James, if you want to call out now and then see what happens with you.
Okay. If there is anybody here who can hear us, either in this room, or if you're in another room in the cellar, or if you may be up above us and you can hear us up on the deck, give us a sign just to let us know that you can. We'd love to talk to you to find out more about you. Is there anything you can do? I'm sorry for getting distracted while I'm doing this. I've just looked like I've seen something go past here in the room where you are, Jamie, from down there. It kind of went past the door. That's right, I carry on calling. We can experience you in different ways. Sometimes the room goes cold. We can feel the electrical feelings. We've put some little gadgets outside, some little circular, they look like little golf balls. If you can go near to one of those, it'll flash.
I've just seen near the door a white light.
I seen that.
Did you see it?
Yeah, but not on the open side. On the
No,
other side.
on the other side, yeah.
On the
I've seen
hinge
it.
side.
On the left side of it.
If that was you who's just made the light on the door, can you make it brighter, please? Can you flash it again?
It was like a pure bright white light as well.
Yeah.
Well, so whereabouts did you see it? Because I can see the gap in the door there. Was it on the opposite side?
I seen it on the hinge side of the door. Not
Right.
The gap
And I
side.
seen it on the left side of the doors. Did you see it on the right?
On the right, yeah, I seen it on the right.
But if it's on the outside anyway, it would have lit up like that.
Yeah, it would do.
But it was like just I know you can't
Just a
see it,
quick
it was
flash.
just like a quick flash of white light, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Pure white light, yeah.
If that was you who was outside in the corridor then and you've just shown a light that we could see, if you're outside this room where we are now, can you make a sound for us, or can we see your shadow go across the door?
I've just seen a shadow go across the door.
See, I'm looking at in the gap, and I didn't see anything then, but when you said that, I wasn't actually quite looking there.
It wasn't actually, you know where you've got the gap at the bottom of the floor?
Yeah.
On the floor, that wasn't it. It was on this side.
Oh, in the room you mean?
In the room,
Right,
and it
okay.
went across from the right to the left. It was just like quick, and it went.
I'm going to have to just take my glasses off because it's the red light from the recorder's reflecting on them. If you are in here with us now, if the gentleman who we've experienced lately, if you're here, can you give us a sign? Can you tap?
That was me.
We know you're around because you came to see us the other week, and I think it's you who was touching Jamie's back in the boiler room the other week and also pulled his shirt before. Can anyone hear noise in that corner over there, or is it just me?
No, I heard something.
Did you hear something?
I couldn't define what it was.
I couldn't define what it was. It was like a movement of something or
Yeah.
other.
Did anybody hear a ting then?
Yeah, I heard that.
Was it the table? Did
It was
anybody
the
knock
table,
the table? Yeah.
I don't know. No, nobody touched the table, but there was a ting.
Jonathan, do you want to try calling?
Yeah. Are you with us now? Are you around us? Can you make a definite sound that we can all hear? Or show us some light again, like you did before? Nice bright white light. Just to show us where you are. We only want to communicate with you. Doesn't mean you any harm. What can you do to show us that you're here?
Can I just ask, did anybody just go?
No, I heard it.
Yeah.
But I also heard, as you said that, there was that. There was also like a clunking noise.
I didn't hear the clunking noise, but I heard that. Where's my torch?
I'm great, mate.
That's okay. Oh, just whack my elbow on the knuckle on the table.
Trying to put this back. I can't see it.
Right, so if that was you, thanks very much. Can you make the sound louder? Just so we know exactly where you are. Or can you show us a bright light where you are? Can you tap one of us on the shoulder, lightly? Can you tap on the table? Just do something you can to show us where you are. Hear it, respect.
Me breathing, sorry. It seems calm, but you feel as if there's something around because I mean that light we saw was pretty.
That was very bright.
It was very, and it was like it was like a strip of light.
I don't feel as though there's anything that's in the room with us at the minute. But I do feel as though there's something that's either outside watching or it's in one of the other rooms, kind of on the perimeter.
All listening.
Yeah. I have seen a shadow across a few times, but I don't think there's nothing kind of...
Sorry. Kaylee, do you want to have a go?
Yeah. Can I ask if there's anybody here? Could you light up one of the little balls that are on the floor for us outside the room? And we've also got one in the room. If you just knock them, they'll light up. It's nothing to be scared of. It's just a bright light. Or in your own way, can you make a noise? Can you move something? Do anything to show us whereabouts you are. Can you tell us how many of you are here with us? Can you walk across the main deck? Or could you even open one of the doors? Do anything in your own way to let us know where you are.
Sorry. If you know our room upstairs, or you pass this building and you know the balcony where the beds were, there's a light in the room and there's a doll on the table. If you can see the doll, can you make it move? Can you move it, make a sound with it? I know these are unusual things we're asking you, but we just want to communicate with you the best we can and the best way we can. If you know a way of communicating with us what we don't do, and you're able to try it, let us know that you're here. Use the 4 of our energies. Are you able to tell us your name? Is there anything you can say, like a message or a comment? Are you able to make a sound if you can? Can you make an energy ball? Can you make it light?
If you'd like us to move somewhere else in the cellar, out of this room, make a sound or do something and we'll go to where you are. Would you like us to go to the boiler room? Or would you like us and Jamie to go into the end room?
Nice one.
Where the little small room is at the end, where somebody was throwing nails. Would you like us to go in there? If you would, make a sound for me, please. You're looking at that door.
Am I looking at the door?
Just see, well, you won't be able to see it from your angle. See the top of the door I've just seen something come round the top of that door.
I can actually see both doors, James, because what I've done is I've turned round slightly to look at both doors.
Where the gap is, I've just seen something come through the top of it then, and it went. And it was up at the top. Are you outside this room in the corridor again? Let's see your shadow or show us a light if you are. We want to talk to you, but we can't communicate if you're not going to do anything back to us. Otherwise, we're just talking to an empty space. We come here with respect. You know all of us. We're all in this building as much as you are. Well, maybe not as much as you are, but we're in here an awful lot. You know us all. You know that we're respectful of you.
Yeah.
Do you move then, Jamie?
Yeah.
What was that?
What was what?
Did you hear that?
Was that like,
No, it was
like
in this.
something stepping on the floor? And like,
It was a clunk in that end room.
Yeah, like a clunk.
what,
It
in,
sounded like something like a box.
in the far room?
Yeah.
And you're asking me to go in there?
Let's
Seriously?
just keep going.
I thought it was the cot as well.
Somebody's just gone on the corridor then as well. If that was you making that sound, can you do it again? We ask you in a spirit of friendship. You know we don't mean you any harm. We just love to talk more to you. If you just made that sound, can you make another one for us, please, so we know it's definitely you?
What should we do? Should we move into the corridor?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we got more in the corridor, didn't we?
Yeah.
Are there any chairs out there?
There's no chairs. No, we can stand up though, can't we?
Oh, speak for yourself. Do you want to get the ball from down there?
Yeah. Oh.
Put these back.
Hey?
Put these back.
Yeah, let's put them back.
Well, there's no grouping tomorrow night.
There is a group in, yeah.
Yeah.
Watch where you're treading now, because the cat ball's just on the floor there.
Oh, is it? Whereabouts is
yeah.
that ball?
Right in front of
On the floor.
Is it? Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put this cat ball here, by the door.
Oh yeah, you stand there, James. No.
You wasn't behind me then, was you?
No.
I thought you was right behind me. I just heard something go, like that.
No, well, you can see where we
I know
are.
what you are.
Yeah.
Well, literally as I was walking off, I heard something go,
Why don't we all
like that.
go that end?
Alright, yeah, that's good.
Okay, so I'll take the recorder and I'll put the recorder here.
Might have just been a bit of a neck. I'll pop that there.
Might have been.
We're going to go here, yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Well, don't leave me on my own.
What?
Well, we need to keep it clear then. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll come and stand next to you, Jimmy.
3 grown men, 4 grown men.
I'll come and stand next to you. Here.
4 grown men. And seriously, we're not like, yeah.
Yeah, well,
We're all
people
panicking.
might think that, but then they should come down here and spend some time down here and realise what it's like.
Yeah, I wouldn't like you to spend time with us, the poor people.
Yeah. It's not just
Gosh, that's
Oh,
gone dark, hasn't it?
Yeah.
no, just one sec. Just
Oh.
check that light on. There's nothing around it.
Which lies?
Shine the torch
that
on the
one,
level.
There is. No, there's a spider. There's a very small spider there.
Yeah, he's having his dinner.
Tiny spider.
Yeah,
There's
he's
that.
having his dinner.
That's a cellar spider up there, but that one's not near the light, is it? It's just
There's a nest there, a little spider there.
there's nothing over it.
But
though, is
he's
there?
alive.
There's nothing.
Yeah, he's alive. Yeah.
Yeah, he's alive. He's the one when we were here with Gareth and the light, the shadow went on there, and I said, "Oh, we've got another shadow," and then I said to you, "No, it's not. It's the spider on the."
Do you remember that night when we was in here and it was reflecting?
Yeah,
The spider's
absolutely,
shadow was
yeah.
there. And it was a massive
Well,
shadow.
the
of
good
the
thing with
spider.
that is that made us think.
Yeah, it did.
You know,
But then the
that's
other
the
times we've
possible
seen it, it's not
something.
been that, has it?
No.
No, not when it comes
Right.
So
to
the
one
spiders
entity
aren't on
with
the. There's no spiders.
There's a challenge then, right? We have 5 minutes here. I'm going to go for it. We go in that room
it. Okay.
as long as I sit nearest to the door.
Okay.
Right.
So I deal with you.
Yeah, go on then. Yeah, why not?
Okay then.
Lights
Yeah.
out, all
Okay. Okay. We're now in the middle part of the cellar. We're in the main corridor, aren't we? So I'd like to ask if there is anybody here with us now. anyone who can hear us or see us, please come forward, come and talk to us. As we say each and every time we're here, we've come with the greatest of respect to you, to the people in the building, and for the building itself. We don't mean you any harm. We're not here to judge you. We'd just like to get to know who you are. We'd like to talk to you. And if you're able to, come forward. Let us know you're here. If you can see this light on this table next to me and you're able to talk, we may pick up your voice. So again, I'll introduce to everyone. This is Jonathan.
Hello.
This is Lee.
Hello.
This is James.
Hello.
And my name's Jamie. Now you know who we are. Could you tell us who you are, please? If you can make a shadow across the floor, if that was you earlier on for the other three, can you make the shadow come across the floor for us all? If that's your way of letting us know you're here, that's fine by us, not a problem.
Jonathan's back down. The shadow went towards him before. Can you do that again?
We'll go over to James or Jamie.
It's just like past the shadow. Yeah.
We'll just go between us all.
Or if it was you that dropped the nails or tried to communicate with throwing a couple of little nails on stones on ground, can you do it again? Can you make a sound? Can you copy me? Before we started this though, as we were coming up, I actually thought Jonathan had pulled me jumper by having a bit of fun, trying to make me frightened.
My hands are in my pockets.
And as Jonathan's just said then, his hand was in his pockets, Lee was ahead of him, and James was in the middle room, so I don't know what it was what tugged on my jumper. But if that was you, and you're able to do it again, can you do it to any one of us? We don't mind. Come and talk to us, let us know you're here.
We just want to know that you're okay.
I don't know if it's me.
Oh, it's there's movements in the
See that?
fire
See here?
range.
Look.
Where?
There's a shadow, right?
Yeah.
Now watch it, because I'm sure that has just moved on the floor. See, it's coming.
Are you coming towards us? Don't be afraid.
Is that you with that shadow there? See it just here? Here, there's like a pool, it's going now, but it was darker and now it's gone lighter. If that's you in the middle, can you make the shadow clearer for us, please? You're on your way down. Let us see the shadow nice and clear.
I can't see nothing in. Jonathan, do you want to shout? Because if the shadow follows you, you might as well do the shouting.
Cheers.
Not a problem, I keep telling you that.
Come on, if you're down by the corridor now, anybody in the corridor, would you like to come down and say hello? Would you like to just come past us? Are you confused? Are you intrigued by what we do? If you want to keep your distance, that's fine. You can go from one side to the other. That'll be okay. Or if you want to go from one end to the other, between us, If you're shy or you're frightened, you only have to go past us. We're making noise somewhere.
I can't see nothing.
I can see it just on
Is that a shadow? Shadow in the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
Yeah, it keeps on catching the corner of my
Yeah.
eye.
I can't see
On
it.
my side.
Call out to it, mate. See if it's.
Yeah, go on, Lee. I'll go.
Yeah. If you're there near the stairs, can you make yourself known in light form for us? Or even a shadow? Come and walk up the middle. Set one of these little devices off what we've got on the floor. There's no need to be afraid. Doing your own way what you can to let us know that you're there.
I've just gone all goose pimply.
So am
All of a sudden.
Yeah.
I keep getting like spiders' webs on my arms. You know, like itching.
Yeah. I just got goosebumps right through my body.
See, I feel fine.
Yeah. Okay, keep going, Lee.
Yeah. Can you make a noise for us? Can you move something? Can you walk down the corridor for us? Do anything in your own little way to let us know where you are. Can you go up the stairs or come down the stairs? Can you tap on something?
Jesus, Lee. Let us know when you're doing that.
Oh, sorry.
Jeez.
Concentrating so much, then isn't expecting to do that.
Oh, I've just seen something go across there then. That's the second time I've seen that.
Thank you. Can you do it again for us? We really appreciate it. Could you do it one more time?
Yeah. I can't see nothing down there. My eyes
No.
just keep moving from one thing to another.
Whoa! Thank
Did you
you.
see it?
Yeah, I did.
I missed
The
it.
shadow it went across,
Went
it was
straight
down that
across,
end,
yeah.
yeah. It's
did
literally,
you see
literally,
it?
yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
literally just
seen
went
it.
across there, it went
I
from
did.
there over
Yeah.
to the other door.
It's like it was like the same one like earlier.
Can you do that again for us? Are you able to do that for us? Is that you trying to make contact with us? Is that you showing us where you are? That wasn't really a bad investigation, that little bit. Because as you know, when we first went down there to do that investigation, both of you was near me, and I had me jumper pulled, or me Access Paranormal top pulled.
Yeah, no,
And
I had my hands in my pockets.
Yeah, and
I know I
yeah.
was nearest to you, wasn't I? Lee was,
I
And
was actually in front of you both.
yeah, you would have been
no,
ahead, mate. Yeah.
the funny thing was it was a proper tug.
Mm.
Now, was it a couple of weeks ago when we were down there in a similar area?
Yeah.
I screamed. Well, I didn't scream.
No, you jumped.
I jumped and I went, oh, like
Yeah,
that.
I've never ever
And
seen you do that.
No one's ever seen me do that, have they? And unless I went past a mirror.
Yeah.
And the funny thing was I did, even in there, something touched me on the back. It pressed on my back.
Yeah.
And you know me, I just go, oh, something just touched me.
Yeah.
But that made me jump. But I think we were a little bit edgy on that one anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. When you think back over the months, though, Jamie,
Yeah.
and yourself, Lee, quite a few things have happened.
Definitely.
By at the bottom of them stairs.
Yeah.
In that little area, because if I don't know, it was quite. I mean, talking quite a few weeks back now, but you did get touched, we were both standing at the bottom of the stairs. There was a few of us.
Yeah.
And someone touched you on the shoulder or the back.
Yeah. I mean, if you work that out, that's 3 times in a similar area.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, whoever's there is trying to make contact. So maybe next time, and when you're here, Lee, we'll keep it for when you're here. We won't do it when it's just me and Jonathan, because he's boring. I had to. I really had to. Yeah.
He's let me away with it all night, hasn't he?
Yeah, I have. Well, James has been here, hasn't he? He's been fresh meat for the night. We haven't seen him for a while. But yeah, what we could do is we'll try. I forgot what it's called. Is it deprivation?
Oh, the something deprivation.
Whatever it's called anyway. You just put a headphones on, blindfold on,
and ask
questions. I think we should do that, but sit on the stairs, coming down, or put a chair there, either the stairs or a chair. Yeah. So you've got then the boiler room, the stairs, and that little gap coming through, because you don't know. You really don't know.
Well, we had a lot of lights up there, don't we?
Yeah.
But tonight you seen a light by the door, didn't you?
A really bright light, yeah.
You seen it on the left-hand side of the door where it opens.
Yeah.
But I seen it on the right-hand side of the door.
And you did you see it, or?
No, I didn't see it myself.
No.
No, we were sat on two opposite sides, me and you. But we both seen that light.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, isn't it? Because there's 4 of us down there. Me and you saw the light. Lee and James didn't see it.
No.
The shadow. 3 of you saw the shadow, and I didn't. So it shows you how quickly you can miss something on an investigation.
Yeah. Most definitely you can.
But sorry, I got a cough then.
Oh.
It's because I talk too much.
I know.
That's what people tell me anyway. I'm starting to believe it.
They tell them to be quiet.
Hey?
Nothing.
I missed that. If the listeners want to ring in and tell me what he says, it's on 07828 201056. Yeah, including your ghost stories as well. You don't have to snitch on Jonathan. I'll just press the record and listen to what he said. Your co-host might come in a little bit earlier, Lee. But it was a good night actually. Sadly we didn't get into the end room, which we were mentioned.
Yeah, I know.
Because after the shadow happened, I didn't feel right.
You felt a little bit funny, didn't you?
So straight away, I mean, I had the recorder in my hand, and I just went boom, turned it off, and said, "I need to leave this part," and that's what happened. We just came out, had a little bit of a break, and then came up here, and what you're listening to now is what we're recording at the time. So it's been good, and then coming into here as well.
Yeah,
I've just had a cold breeze right across my face, like someone blew in my face. Just then, just like it right in my face here, just like in my face. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, one thing we didn't mention either. I heard a voice, didn't I? I had my headphones on, but you and Lee never.
No, we didn't.
It was after James Anthony had gone when we come back up, and I heard like a.
That's right. Yeah.
Headphones,
yeah.
But you never had yours on.
No, we were just sitting here, weren't we?
Yeah.
But
so,
what we're going to do, just for the listeners, is in not next week's show, because we got a special show on next week. The following week, what we're going to do is we'll do that deprivation, and then what's happened.
And it just was a sort of flash of light there.
Yeah,
you saw it earlier on. You saw it earlier on, yeah. What I was going to say, because I mean we are in a haunted building, these things may happen, may not happen. Next time we do the show, well, the following week, not next time, we're going to be doing an investigation in the studio with the door open, the microphone out there, the cat balls out there. Yeah. But we're going to do it as we do the show. We'll be talking, having the conversations, everything else. Then we'll do like a 5-minute call out. That was my belly rumbling then, I think. Yeah. So any listeners out there, please don't think it was paranormal. It was just my little tummy. But that's what we're going to be doing, isn't it? We might even sit in the studio have a little chat and say, come on, let's do a call out now. If anything, we're going to do for the whole 2 hours we're here. If anything does happen, that wasn't me. Did you hear it?
No.
Yeah.
Did you hear it?
I heard it.
It's like a growl.
No, I never heard that.
Yeah, it probably wasn't a growl, but it was, trying to get this conversation out there with things happening is strange. What we will be doing then is we'll be doing a full investigation as we go through the night. I'm watching James, not James. I'm watching Lee.
I've just seen that light again.
Out there.
Yeah, it was here.
We haven't even got a cat ball out there neither, have we? So,
No.
So it seems to be happening now. As I'm trying to say, there's what we will be doing is doing an investigation throughout the show as we do the show. So listen in. You may hear something, and if you do, you can contact us. And I gave the number out before, but I'll give it out again now. You can ring us, even for ghost stories or anything else, on 07828 201056. We don't want any time wasters, because the only wasting time you'd be doing is your own, because we will not reply to you. But anybody else who's genuine and are interested, we will contact you and we will talk to you. So time wasters, don't waste your time, because we won't be listening. Simple as that. If you want to contact us any other way, I'm going to let Lee read them out this time. Yeah, that was a bit of a shock, wasn't it, Lee? So if you read them out, just read. Okay, because we're coming to the end of the show now, so you can contact us on Access Paranormal Radio Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and even look at us on YouTube. Well, it's come to the end of the show again already.
Yeah,
how quickly has that gone? What I'd like to do, sorry, it always does when those three are together.
Yeah. I know.
So what I'll say is, I'm going to say to Jonathan, it's been great having you in again tonight.
Thank you very much.
And the same with you, Lee. It's great because you can only come in every 2 weeks. Yeah. And if you two weren't with me, this show would not be going ahead. They will. Neil from L35 would have to repeat this, and that would be mean, wouldn't it? Yeah. So for everybody out there, thank you again for listening in. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you really enjoyed the investigations. We love doing them. Sometimes we love bringing the entertainment to you, and we hope that you'll join in again next week. And what I've got to say now is stay safe. I've just seen movement out there before we go. Stay safe. Tune in next week. We'll see you then. Good night from me, Lee, and Jonathan.